It's here. The first full moon of 2026 has arrived. Not just any full moon, not just another lunar event, but the most powerful, most significant, most life-altering full moon of the entire year. Tomorrow, Saturday, January 3rd, the full moon in Cancer rises in the sky. And this is no ordinary full moon. This is a supermoon, the moon at its closest approach to Earth. Its energy amplified, its power magnified, its influence intensified beyond anything you've experienced before. The first full moon of the year always carries special weight. It sets the tone, it establishes the frequency, it determines the trajectory for everything that follows. But this year's first full moon is different, more potent, more critical, more absolutely non-negotiable in terms of what it requires from you. Because this full moon in Cancer, this supermoon, on January 3rd, 2026, is not just bringing blessings, it's bringing tests. 7 specific tests. And how you navigate these tests tomorrow will determine whether you receive the miracles that have been prepared for you, or whether you lose them forever. I know that sounds extreme. I know it sounds dramatic. I know it sounds like pressure designed to make you panic. But it's not. It's truth. Tomorrow, Saturday, January 3rd, during this powerful Cancer supermoon, you will be tested 7 times, in 7 different ways. And each test has the potential to either unlock a miracle or destroy it permanently. There is no middle ground. There is no partial credit. You either pass or fail. You either avoid what needs to be avoided, or you engage with what will destroy your miracles. And here's what makes this so critical. Most people don't know they're being tested. They wake up on Saturday, go about their day normally, make unconscious choices, engage in habitual behaviors, and by the end of the day they've failed multiple tests without even realizing they were taking them. And their miracles, the ones that were prepared, the ones that were ready to manifest, the ones that were just waiting for the right energetic conditions, those miracles dissolve, disappear, get redirected to someone else who passed the tests. But you're not going to be one of those people, because I'm about to tell you exactly what the 7 tests are, exactly what you must avoid, exactly how to navigate Saturday without destroying your miracles, so that when Sunday morning comes, when the supermoon has passed, when the tests are complete, you can know with certainty that you passed, that you protected your miracles, that you're positioned to receive everything that's been prepared for you. But before I reveal the 7 tests, I need you to do something right now. I need you to comment below, "I'm ready," if you're committed to passing all 7 tests tomorrow. Because your commitment matters. Your declaration matters. When you write "I'm ready" in the comments, you're making a conscious choice. You're activating your intention. You're telling the universe that you're not approaching tomorrow unconsciously. And that declaration, that public commitment, it strengthens your resolve. It anchors your awareness. It increases your chances of actually passing when the tests come. So let me tell you about this full moon in Cancer, why it's so powerful, why it's a supermoon, why it's the most significant lunar event of the year, because understanding the energy helps you respect the tests, helps you take them seriously, helps you recognize what's at stake. Cancer is the zodiac sign that rules the home, the family, emotions, nurturing, protection, deep feelings, soul connections, emotional security. And when the full moon occurs in Cancer, it illuminates all of these themes. It brings them to the surface. It forces them to be addressed. It creates opportunities for emotional breakthrough, for healing family wounds, for finding the sense of home and belonging your soul has been seeking. But a full moon in Cancer as a supermoon takes all of that energy and multiplies it exponentially. A supermoon occurs when the full moon coincides with the moon's closest approach to Earth in its elliptical orbit. The moon appears larger in the sky. Its gravitational pull is stronger. Its energetic influence on Earth, on water, on emotions, on everything, is dramatically amplified. And emotions are water. Your feelings are fluid. Your inner world operates like tides, ebbing and flowing, rising and falling. And when the moon's pull is strongest, when it's closest to Earth, when it's a supermoon, Your emotional body responds intensely. Things you've been suppressing rise to the surface. Feelings you've been avoiding demand attention. Patterns you've been ignoring become impossible to deny. This is why Saturday is a test. Because this supermoon in Cancer is going to pull on your emotions, on your patterns, on your wounds, on your triggers, on everything you've been carrying. And how you respond to that pull, how you handle what surfaces, how you navigate what emerges, that determines everything. Now let me tell you what miracles are at stake. What you stand to receive if you pass the tests. What you stand to lose if you fail. Because you need to know what's on the line. You need to understand the magnitude of what Saturday holds. This full moon in Cancer is bringing miracles related to home. Maybe you've been searching for the right place to live. Maybe you've been trying to create a sense of home where you are. Maybe you've been feeling displaced, rootless, like you don't belong anywhere. This supermoon has the power to shift all of that. To bring you home, to create the sanctuary you've been seeking. To give you the feeling of belonging you've been missing. This full moon is bringing miracles related to family. Maybe there are relationships that need healing. Maybe there are connections that need restoration. Maybe there are bonds that need strengthening. This supermoon can facilitate all of that. Can bring reconciliation where there was division. Can create understanding where there was conflict. Can restore love where there was distance. This full moon is bringing miracles related to emotional security. Maybe you've been feeling unsafe emotionally. Maybe you've been guarding your heart. Maybe you've been afraid to be vulnerable. This supermoon can change that. Can help you feel safe enough to open. Can create conditions where vulnerability becomes possible. Can bring people into your life who can hold your heart safely. This full moon is bringing miracles related to nurturing. Maybe you've been depleted, running on empty, giving more than you have. This supermoon can restore you, can bring people who nurture you, can create situations where you're cared for, can teach you how to nurture yourself in ways you never have before. And this full moon is bringing miracles related to deep emotional healing. Maybe there are wounds you've been carrying for years. Maybe there's pain you've learned to live with. Maybe there's trauma you've never fully processed. This supermoon has the power to heal what's been broken, to release what's been stuck, to transform what's been painful into something that strengthens you instead of weakens you. All of these miracles are available. All of them are prepared. All of them are ready to manifest. But only if you pass the tests tomorrow. Only if you avoid the 7 things that will destroy them. Only if you navigate Saturday with consciousness, with intention, with awareness of what you're protecting. So let me tell you the 7 things you absolutely must avoid tomorrow, Saturday, January 3rd, during the Cancer supermoon. These are not suggestions. These are not recommendations. These are requirements. If you engage with any of these 7 things, you will fail the test. You will block your miracles. You will lose what was prepared for you. Not temporarily, permanently. The first thing you must avoid on Saturday is emotional reactivity. The supermoon is going to pull on your emotions all day. You're going to feel things intensely. Old wounds might surface. Past hurts might emerge. Triggers might activate. And your immediate impulse will be to react, to express, to discharge the emotion through reactivity, to snap at someone, to post something emotional on social media, to send a message you'll regret, to say something you can't take back. But emotional reactivity on a Cancer supermoon destroys the very miracles the moon is trying to bring you. Because the miracles this full moon offers require emotional maturity. They require you to feel deeply without reacting unconsciously. They require you to process emotions internally before expressing them externally. They require you to respond rather than react. So tomorrow, when emotions rise, and they will, don't react. Feel them. Acknowledge them. Honor them. But don't let them control your behavior. Don't let them dictate your actions. Don't let them cause you to say or do things that will damage relationships, create regret, or block the miracles trying to reach you. Instead, when you feel emotional intensity tomorrow, pause, breathe, remove yourself from the situation if you need to. Go somewhere alone. Process what you're feeling privately. Write it down. Move your body. Cry if you need to. But don't react at someone. Don't project your emotions onto others. Don't let the intensity of what you're feeling become destructive behavior. This is the first test. Can you feel deeply without reacting destructively? Can you honor your emotions without letting them control you? Can you process what surfaces without causing damage? If you can, you pass this test. If you can't, you fail. And emotional reactivity tomorrow will block every miracle this supermoon is trying to bring you. The second thing you must avoid on Saturday is engaging with toxic people. Tomorrow's supermoon in Cancer is going to make you feel more sensitive than usual, more vulnerable, more emotionally open, and in that state, you're more susceptible to being affected by other people's energy, especially toxic people, energy vampires, people who drain you, people who criticize you, people who diminish you, people who make you feel bad about yourself. On a normal day, you might be able to handle these people without them affecting you too much. But tomorrow is not a normal day. Tomorrow is a supermoon. Tomorrow your emotional boundaries are thinner. Tomorrow you're more permeable. And if you engage with toxic people in that state, they will contaminate your energy field so severely that the miracles trying to reach you will bounce off instead of landing. So tomorrow, avoid toxic people completely. Don't answer their calls. Don't respond to their messages. Don't agree to see them. Don't engage in conversations with them. If you live with a toxic person and can't avoid them physically, minimize interaction as much as possible. Keep conversations brief. Don't let them draw you into drama. Don't let them pull you into their negativity. Because every minute you spend with toxic people tomorrow is a minute you're absorbing their frequency. And their frequency is the opposite of miracle frequency. Their energy blocks what's trying to come to you. Their vibration disrupts what's trying to manifest. And after spending time with them, even if you don't realize it, your field is contaminated. Your frequency is lowered. Your receptivity is compromised. And the miracles can't reach you. This is the second test. Can you protect yourself from toxic people? Can you set boundaries even when it's uncomfortable? Can you prioritize your energetic protection over social obligation? If you can, you pass this test. If you engage with toxic people tomorrow, you fail, and their energy will block your miracles. The third thing you must avoid on Saturday is dwelling on the past. Cancer energy naturally pulls you toward nostalgia, toward memories, toward reflection on what was. And tomorrow's supermoon is going to amplify that pull. You're going to find yourself thinking about the past, remembering old relationships, replaying old conversations, revisiting old wounds, and if you're not careful, you'll spend the entire day lost in what was, instead of present to what is and what's coming. But the miracles this supermoon is bringing are for your future, not your past. They're about what's ahead, not what's behind. And if you spend tomorrow dwelling in the past, if you allow yourself to be consumed by nostalgia or regret or longing for what was, you will miss the miracles being offered for what's coming. So tomorrow, when your mind pulls you toward the past, gently redirect it to the present. When memories surface, acknowledge them briefly, and then let them go. When you find yourself replaying old scenarios, stop, return to now. Return to here. Return to what is rather than what was. This doesn't mean suppressing memories. This doesn't mean pretending the past doesn't exist. This means not living there, not camping out there, not spending your entire Saturday lost in what's already gone. Because while you're looking backward, you're missing what's arriving. While you're focused on what ended, you're blind to what's beginning. While you're dwelling on the past, the miracles designed for your future are passing you by. This is the third test. Can you honor the past without dwelling in it? Can you remember without being consumed? Can you stay present even when memories pull you backward? If you can, you pass this test. If you spend tomorrow lost in the past, you fail, and you'll miss the miracles meant for your future. The fourth thing you must avoid on Saturday is making major decisions. The supermoon energy is intense, emotional, overwhelming, and in that intensity, everything feels urgent. Everything feels critical. Everything feels like it needs to be decided right now. You might feel compelled to make a major decision about a relationship, about your living situation, about your career, about your family, about something significant. But major decisions made under supermoon energy, especially Cancer supermoon energy, are almost always regretted later, because you're not thinking clearly, you're feeling intensely, and feelings, while valid and important, are not always the best guides for major life decisions, especially when those feelings are amplified by lunar energy that's pulling on your emotional body like never before. So tomorrow, no matter how strongly you feel about something, no matter how urgent it seems, no matter how convinced you are that you need to decide right now, don't wait, postpone. Give yourself time. Tell yourself that whatever decision feels necessary tomorrow can wait until Monday, until the supermoon has passed, until the intensity has subsided, until you can think more clearly, because the miracles this supermoon is bringing require you to be in a receptive state, not a decisive state. They require you to be open, not determined. They require you to allow, not control. And when you're in major decision-making mode, you're in control mode, you're in action mode, you're in forcing mode. And that energy blocks miracles. Because miracles don't come through force, they come through allowance. This is the fourth test. Can you sit with intensity without needing to act on it? Can you feel urgency without making impulsive decisions? Can you allow things to be uncertain without forcing resolution? If you can, you pass this test. If you make major decisions tomorrow under supermoon influence, you fail, and your need to control will block your miracles. The fifth thing you must avoid on Saturday is isolation through withdrawal. Now this might sound contradictory to what I said about avoiding toxic people, but there's a difference between healthy solitude and unhealthy isolation. Healthy solitude is choosing to be alone to protect your energy, to process your emotions, to create space for miracles to land. Unhealthy isolation is withdrawing from everyone, shutting down emotionally, building walls, refusing connection even with safe people. And tomorrow's Cancer supermoon might trigger your instinct to withdraw, to hide, to protect yourself by shutting everyone out, especially if you've been hurt before, especially if vulnerability feels dangerous, especially if you associate connection with pain. But the miracles this supermoon is bringing are relational. They're about home, family, belonging, nurturing, emotional security. And you can't receive relational miracles if you're completely shut down to all connection. So tomorrow, yes, protect yourself from toxic people. Yes, create space for solitude, but don't completely withdraw from everyone. Stay open to safe people. Stay available to genuine connection. Stay willing to be seen by those who truly see you. Because some of the miracles coming might arrive through people, through a conversation, through a connection, through someone reaching out at exactly the right moment. And if you're completely withdrawn, if you've shut everyone out, if you're hiding behind walls, you'll miss it. The miracle will try to reach you through a person, and you won't answer. The blessing will try to arrive through connection, and you'll refuse it. The healing will try to come through vulnerability, and you won't allow it. This is the fifth test. Can you protect yourself without completely shutting down? Can you be discerning about connection without refusing all connection? Can you stay open to safe people while avoiding toxic people? If you can, you pass this test. If you withdraw completely tomorrow, you fail, and your walls will block your miracles. The sixth thing you must avoid on Saturday is numbing your emotions. Tomorrow's supermoon is going to bring intensity, and intensity is uncomfortable. And when we're uncomfortable, we have a natural instinct to numb, to distract, to avoid, to escape. Through alcohol, through food, through television, through social media, through shopping, through anything that helps us not feel what we're feeling. But the miracles this Cancer supermoon is bringing require you to feel deeply, fully, authentically, without numbing, without avoiding, without escaping. Because the healing this moon offers comes through feeling, not avoiding. The breakthroughs come through processing, not numbing. The transformation comes through facing what surfaces, not running from it. So tomorrow, when emotions get intense, and they will resist the urge to numb, don't reach for the wine bottle. Don't binge eat. Don't disappear into endless scrolling. Don't shop to distract yourself. Don't do anything designed to help you not feel what you're feeling. Because what you're feeling needs to be felt. What's surfacing needs to be seen. What's emerging needs to be acknowledged. And if you numb it, if you avoid it, if you escape it, it goes back underground. It stays stuck. It remains unprocessed. And the miracles that were trying to come through that feeling, through that processing, through that breakthrough, they can't come. Because you refuse to feel what needed to be felt. This is the sixth test. Can you feel uncomfortable emotions without numbing them? Can you sit with intensity without escaping? Can you allow what surfaces without avoiding it? If you can, you pass this test. If you numb your way through tomorrow, you fail, and your avoidance will block your miracles. The seventh thing you must avoid on Saturday is complaining or speaking negatively. Cancer energy is deeply connected to the power of words, especially words spoken from emotion. And tomorrow's supermoon amplifies that connection. Your words tomorrow carry more weight than usual. They create more powerfully than usual. They manifest more quickly than usual, for better or worse. If you speak positively tomorrow, if you speak gratitude, if you speak appreciation, if you speak hope, those words create positive manifestation. They align you with miracles. They open channels for blessings. But if you speak negatively tomorrow, if you complain, if you criticize, if you speak lack, if you speak fear, those words create negative manifestation. They block miracles. They close channels. They push blessings away. So tomorrow, guard your mouth like never before. Be conscious of every word you speak. Don't complain about anything. Don't criticize anyone. Don't speak about what's wrong, what's missing, what's not working. Even if those things are true, even if you have valid reasons to complain, tomorrow is not the day. Because every complaint you voice tomorrow is a decree against your miracles. Every negative word you speak is a barrier between you and your blessings. Every criticism you express is resistance to what's trying to reach you. The Cancer supermoon is listening to your words. The universe is receiving your declarations. And whatever you speak tomorrow, you're calling more of into your life. This is the seventh test. Can you control your tongue even when you have reasons to complain? Can you speak positively even when circumstances are negative? Can you guard your words knowing they're creating your reality? If you can, you pass this test. If you complain your way through tomorrow, you fail, and your negative words will block your miracles. Now let me tell you what happens. If you pass all 7 tests, if you navigate Saturday without emotional reactivity, without toxic people, without dwelling in the past, without making major decisions, without complete withdrawal, without numbing, and without complaining, your miracles manifest. Not someday, not eventually, quickly, within days or weeks of tomorrow's supermoon. Because you created the perfect conditions. You protected your energy. You maintained your frequency. You stayed in alignment. And when you do that during the most powerful full moon of the year, manifestation is rapid. The home situation you've been praying for shifts. The family relationship you've been hoping to heal restores. The emotional security you've been seeking appears. The nurturing you've been needing arrives. The deep healing you've been wanting completes. All of it. Everything this Cancer supermoon is offering. You receive it because you passed the tests. Because you avoided what needed to be avoided. Because you protected your miracles. But if you fail even one test, if you engage with even one of the 7 things you must avoid, you block your miracles. Not partially. Completely. Because these tests are not independent. They're connected. They're cumulative. Each one builds on the others. And failure in any area contaminates the whole. You can pass 6 tests perfectly. But if you fail the 7th, the miracles still don't come. because that one failure creates enough interference, enough resistance, enough misalignment, that the blessings can't land. They try, they move toward you, they get close, but they can't penetrate the barrier that your failure created, and they bounce off, and they go to someone else who passed all 7 tests. This is why tomorrow requires absolute consciousness, complete awareness, total intentionality. You can't afford to be unconscious about even one area. You can't afford to be careless about even one test. You can't afford to think, well, I'll pass 6 out of 7. That should be good enough. It's not. All 7 matter. All 7 are required. All 7 determine whether you receive your miracles or lose them forever. So make the commitment right now, before tomorrow arrives. Commit that you will pass all 7 tests, that you will avoid all 7 things, that you will navigate Saturday with complete awareness. Write down the 7 things you must avoid. Put the list somewhere you'll see it tomorrow. Review it in the morning. Check in with yourself throughout the day. Are you maintaining emotional control? Are you avoiding toxic people? Are you staying present rather than dwelling in the past? Are you postponing major decisions? Are you staying open without withdrawing completely? Are you feeling without numbing? Are you speaking positively instead of complaining? Keep checking, keep monitoring, keep adjusting, because one moment of unconsciousness can cause failure. One reactive outburst can fail test 1. One conversation with a toxic person can fail test 2. 1 hour lost in nostalgia can fail test 3. One impulsive decision can fail test 4. One complete shutdown can fail test 5. One episode of numbing can fail test 6. One complaint can fail test 7. It only takes one failure, one mistake, one moment of unconsciousness, and your miracles are blocked. So stay conscious, stay aware, stay intentional, for the entire day tomorrow. From the moment you wake up until the moment you go to sleep, treat Saturday like the sacred, critical, absolutely significant day it is. Set reminders on your phone throughout the day. Check in with yourself every few hours. Ask, am I still passing the tests? Am I maintaining awareness? Am I protecting my energy? And if you notice yourself slipping, if you catch yourself starting to react, starting to engage with toxicity, starting to dwell in the past, starting to make an impulsive decision, starting to withdraw completely, starting to numb, starting to complain, stop immediately. Course correct. Return to consciousness. Return to intentionality. Return to passing the tests. Because it's not about being perfect all day. It's about catching yourself when you slip and choosing differently before the failure becomes complete. It's about awareness that allows you to redirect before you cross the line that blocks your miracles. Because it is. Tomorrow is not just another Saturday. It's not just another full moon. It's the first and most powerful full moon of 2026. It's a supermoon in Cancer. It's a test. 7 tests. That will determine whether you receive the miracles prepared for you or lose them forever. And I need you to understand something. These miracles are not small. They're not minor blessings. They're significant, life-changing, reality-altering miracles. The kind that shift everything. The kind that you'll look back on years from now and recognize as turning points. The kind that define the trajectory of your entire year, maybe your entire life. These are the miracles you've been praying for, the ones you've been waiting for, the ones you almost stopped believing were possible, the home you've been searching for, the family healing you've been hoping for, the emotional security you've been longing for, the deep transformation you've been needing. All of it is on the other side of tomorrow's tests. All of it is waiting for you to pass. All of it is ready to manifest if you can just avoid the 7 things that will block it. So the stakes are high. The importance is massive. The consequences of failure are severe, but so are the rewards of success. Pass these tests, and your life changes. Your home situation transforms. Your family relationships heal. Your emotional world stabilizes. Your heart opens in ways it hasn't before. Everything shifts. Everything improves. Everything aligns. And it starts tomorrow, Saturday, January 3rd, 2026. The day of the Cancer supermoon, the day of the 7 tests, the day that determines whether you receive your miracles or lose them forever. So approach tomorrow with reverence, with consciousness, with commitment. Protect yourself. Guard your energy. Avoid what needs to be avoided. Pass the tests. Receive your miracles. Wake up tomorrow knowing what the day is, knowing what it holds, knowing what's at stake. Don't just stumble into Saturday unconsciously. Enter it deliberately, powerfully, with full awareness of the tests you'll face and complete determination to pass them all. This is your moment. This is your test. This is your opportunity. Don't waste it. Don't miss it. Don't fail it. Tomorrow, Saturday, is your day. The Cancer supermoon is your portal. The 7 tests are your pathway. Pass them and receive everything that's been prepared for you. Your miracles are waiting. Under tomorrow's supermoon, will you pass the tests? Will you avoid what needs to be avoided? Will you protect what's trying to reach you? I know you will, because you're reading this, because you were guided here, because something in your soul knows tomorrow matters. Trust that knowing, honor it, act on it. Tomorrow is your test. Pass it and receive your miracles. They're yours. They're prepared. They're ready. All you have to do is avoid the 7 things that will block them. You can do this. You will do this. And when Sunday morning comes, you'll know you passed. You'll feel it. You'll see the evidence beginning to appear. And you'll be grateful you took these tests seriously. You'll wake up Sunday morning with a sense of completion, of accomplishment, of knowing you protected what mattered most. And in the days that follow, you'll start seeing the signs, the synchronicities, the shifts, the evidence that your miracles are manifesting, that passing the tests worked, that everything you protected tomorrow is now flowing to you freely. Tomorrow is everything. Treat it that way. Your miracles depend on it. Your future depends on it. Your future depends on it. Everything you've been hoping for depends on how you navigate the next 24 hours. So commit now. Decide now. Choose now. Say it out loud. I will pass all 7 tests tomorrow. I will avoid all 7 things. I will protect my miracles. I will receive what's been prepared for me. Say it, mean it, and then live it tomorrow. From sunrise to sunset. From the moment you open your eyes to the moment you close them. Stay conscious. Stay aware. Stay committed. Tomorrow is your day, your test, your portal, your miracle moment. Don't let it pass unconsciously. Don't waste it on old patterns. Don't lose your miracles through unconscious choices. Pass the tests. Protect your energy. Receive your miracles. Tomorrow is everything. Make it count.